questions. We'll use the mics here and pass them on. We'll start up here in the front. Mike?
Jim, Jordan obviously went out of that game with what was diagnosed as a concussion. Do you have an update on him, and how long do you think he'll be out?
I don't know. Never really gotten into the business of predicting, especially when it comes to concussion, of being evaluated by the doctors.
Coach, we hear a lot about progression, game 1 to game 2.
Mm-hmm.
After you watched the film, what jumped out the most to you about steps forward taken between those 2 games?
It was a positive step in a lot of areas. Biggest one was that got the satisfaction of a win. A lot of hard work put in, and that'll continue this week.
Over to your right, Coach Dan.
Do you expect to have Jordan on Saturday?
Again, I'm just not in the predicting that. Not my area.
I want to ask you too. You mentioned Chris Wormley on Saturday as a guy you wanted to single out. He's had kind of a breakout first couple games of the year. What's been the big difference for him flipping the switch or whatever it might be, getting him to where he is now?
I think he's a very talented player that's improving, getting better every day. That was very graphic on Saturday. Thought he played a tremendous game. Probably our best defensive performance was Chris Wormley.
Over here to your left, Larry.
You talked about, obviously this team has a long ways to go. For this next step, what would be a few things that you'd like to see this team do better?
Kind of in the liking of seeing everything get better. The process of a team that's starting the season has played 2 games, and platform to get better at, to improve from in every area. That's what we're striving to do.
About the roughing the kicker call on Saturday, has anyone come forward to you and given you some kind of explanation of what happened on that play and why that was a penalty or why it shouldn't have been called?
Not yet.
Just got the mic there.
I don't have
Right in front of you.
Oh. Joe Carrick's off the game. Is he, do you have any update on Joe, or is he good to go?
I think we'll get more information on him today.
Larry.
Darvo and Butt have obviously established themselves as receiving threat. I mean, do you just, if they're open, you keep going to them, or would you like to see other guys develop so that maybe they have to still defend them, honestly?
Yeah, we'd like to see as many develop, all develop. Of course.
Down front, Michael.
Jim, you're kind of known as a tight end kind of coach, but obviously those guys have been very. That's the rumor. Those guys have been very productive so far. What is it about your offense that enables Jake Butt, Ian Bunting, AJ Williams to be so productive?
I don't know exactly. Specifically, got a lot of. In fact, we have a good track record developing tight ends and then playing well. So something about the system is good for tight ends and other players,
Do you create?
What specifically?
Create mismatches for them specifically?
I wouldn't go as far as say that. I mean, had a lot of good tight ends, and it's nice to see. Coming here, you have a very good player in Jake Butt, and it's nice to see the other tight ends getting involved and improving, and guys like Ian Bunting, AJ Williams has been contributing. Henry Poggi doing a very nice job. Came over from the defensive side in the mix at the fullback tight end position. So Michael Jost is somebody who's developing before our eyes as well. So yeah, it's good for a football team to have players develop. At the wide receiver position, at the positions.